I've been waiting for another leader like Martin Luther King Jr. I've been waiting for somebody I could rally behind and actually believe in what they were saying.
There's an entire class of America that has never considered voting, that hates the political process, and they live in the greatest fucking democracy that has ever existed.
This is the American dream. I don't think that I live in a country that cares about the people.
In my entire life, I've never been a big supporter of politicians. I don't contribute to funds to their campaigns. I don't go door to door. I would do anything to help get Bernie Sanders elected.
He's about humanity, and that's what we're missing right now in America is humanity.
The moment that you make anything about profit, humanity goes out the window.
Capital will do that. You have to put a person in place who prevent that from happening.
And politicians and corporations and financial institutions, they want the money flowing in the direction it's been flowing for so many years. And Bernie doesn't play that game.
Not only is he not taking their money, he doesn't need their money.
Because he is not bought by big corporations, he's bought by my donations. I donate $10 a month. I buy him.
I think the most money he's gotten are donations from unions, which again, that's us.
It's inspiring to see someone who's been in politics so long and just been on point the whole time.
And that was amazing to me when Bernie said, climate change is the biggest threat that we have, because it is.
The only potential administration for this country that will take climate change seriously is a Bernie Sanders administration. The only one.
He's been fighting for civil rights. He's never wavered on his opinions.
Not only is Bernie letting people deal with their pain, he's offering solutions.
He was the original straight ally, I would say.
He doesn't make it a huge platform in his campaign. He just, you ask him, what do you think about gay rights? And he goes, yeah, they should have them.
Now both sides say, yeah, we need to reevaluate this war on drugs. Why? It's always been a failure, but now they recognize it because they want to cater to our vote. But you have people like Bernie Sanders, they've been fighting it for years.
You keep marijuana illegal, you keep more people in prison. And I think Bernie's one of the few candidates that links those two together.
What I've seen about Bernie Sanders' position about veterans is, number one, he doesn't jump into wars based on bullshit.
A child can pull a trigger. It's a man that knows not to.
Do what Bernie was the only person strong enough and brave enough to do, vote against war.
When you're around activists, you know what activism looks like and what grassroots movement looks like and what passion looks like, and that's in Bernie Sanders.
He's been out on the streets. He hasn't been locked away in some big corporate place. He hasn't been behind a gated community.
Bernie Sanders has been right there. He never had to be chased down, he never had to be lobbied.
He's always been a public servant, and that's what a politician is supposed to be.
And these people exist, we just don't see them go into politics much anymore.
Bernie Sanders is one of the candidates where he thinks healthcare should be a right.
He wants to raise the minimum wage from $15 an hour. Now that people can live on.
Bernie's proposal is not radical. It is exactly what we need to rejuvenate this country's economy.
Do we still, have this ability to make money and to drive things? Certainly. You just don't do that at the expense of everybody else. I don't think that there's a candidate out there that's done as much as Bernie has for women's rights when it comes to actually being in the legislature. Is he like a feminist? I would say, yeah, I think he's definitely a feminist. I think he would say he was a feminist. But I think he's just a humanitarian.
And I don't see a single other politician that does it like Bernie does. Not one.
This political revolution is very much a political revolution. If you want to see change, you have to get behind somebody that's going to change it.
You go, Bernie. He's got it. He understands.